Hello all and welcome, and I'm the mgtowphilosopher, and yes, that's right, yet another woman has raped yet another teenage boy, this time only 15 years old, but hey, she's a woman, right, and he's a man boy, so it's okay, he's so lucky, isn't he? Former Christian school teacher, 29, arrested days after being caught in bed with teen boy by husband. Oh my God. You'd think she could tell time when her hubby's going to be home, but I guess she was caught in the throes of passion with that young 15-year-old who doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Let's get to the meat of this story, tell we? This just sickens me. And here she is, the beautiful, wonderful woman who rapes 15-year-old boys. Oh my God. Andrea Nicole Paber was booked Friday on charges including sodomy. Sodomy? Ah? Does that mean she banged him in the ass, or did he bang her in the ass? If she banged him in the ass, that's a little bizarre, huh? I doubt that actually happened. So she had anal with him. So at least she's being charged with rape. Ay vey, that's a rare case, huh? Women don't usually get charged with rape. Or did she penetrate him? So I guess maybe she had a strap on or something. What the hell? This is some weird stuff. Very weird. Would she get charged with sodomy if he banged her in the ass? I don't know. This is very strange. There's obviously details here we don't know. I'd love this to be a fly on the wall of that courtroom when they talk about what she actually did to this boy and what he did to her. That's got to be some interesting stuff. She was booked on Friday with charges including sodomy, rape, and contributing to the sexual delinquency of a minor, authorities said. Oh, my God. That's very unsettling. I'm still trying to figure out how you charge a woman with sodomy. And I mean, is she like she, and does she actually have a cock? Is she a hermaphrodite and she's got a cock and a pussy? What's that about? Or did he sodomize her, but they still charge her with sodomy because she made him bang her in the pooper? I don't know how this works, but anyway, let's get past that. A former Oregon Christian school teacher was arrested after being accused of having an affair with a 15-year-old student that lasted for more than a year. More than a year? What the hell? Is her husband sleeping at the wheel? What's going on here? By the way, a 15-year-old boy who could keep it quiet for a year? That's unbelievable. I can't imagine a 15-year-old who's getting regular sex from a 29-year-old woman who's going to be able to keep quiet about that. I don't know how the hell that works. I mean, how did he get away with it? Where's parents at? Obviously, he was susceptible to this kind of abuse because he had obviously negligent parents. So he needed a mommy figure, whatever. But Jesus Christ, I mean, they must, where were you, son? I'm that right, my bike, mommy. No, you were out banging your teacher in the pooper. Good Lord. I mean, I would think the parents would catch on eventually. He would come home smelling of sex or shit if he was banging her in the pooper, and vice versa. You would think he'd be smelling. There would be something that would clue these parents in that, hey, something's going on here. Are you banging your teacher? Are you banging anybody? What the hell? You having gay sex? I mean, what's with that smell, son? I mean, I guess maybe he's having a shower at the teacher's house to get rid of the stink. I don't know. This is some bizarre shit. Andrea Nicole Paber was arrested at her home in Cottage Grove on Friday, the Register Guard reported. The arrest came days after Paber's husband allegedly walked in on her and teen in the bed, according to the News Review. If I was that husband, I'd have filed for divorce that day and reported her to the police that night. The student's father reported the relationship in to police December 12th after he and his wife received an anonymous email. Really? I know I can tell you who's... anonymous email, yeah. It was probably the husband. My guess it was the husband. Walked in on him, took a few snapshots with his phone before he announced his presence, and he didn't want to be the one to report her to the cops, so he wanted to have the pleasure of sending these pictures to the parents of the accused. Yeah. Good on him. Little extra evidence against her. Received an anonymous email if they knew the boy and Logos Christian Academy teacher were in a sexual relationship, authorities said. The message was attached with photos. Yeah, so the husband probably is the one that sent the pictures. Good for him. Good for him. Although I personally, I would have went to the cops first. I wouldn't have went and sent anonymous pictures. That's a bit of a bitch move. But hey, at least he reported her. A lot of simp pussies would have just left and not said anything. Yeah, with photos of the teacher and the boy, according to the Register Guard, citing an affidavit filed in Douglas County Circuit Court. The teen told deputies that he and Barb had been in a relationship since 2017. Well, it's 2017 now. Maybe they meant 2016. I don't know. Maybe back in January. When the boy was 15, according to the newspaper. He's 15 now. Well, this is 2017. It must be a typo. It says for more than a year, but it's still 2017 now. So the relationship must have been 2016. That's a typo. So it's 2016. Deputy said the teen provided him with alcohol and weed. What? So there's another typo. Deputy said that the woman provided the teen with alcohol and weed? So not only was she having sex with this underage kid, but she was giving him booze and weed. And possibly banging him in the pooper with a strap on. Very interesting. Very interesting. It goes on to say, Babber was booked Friday at Douglas County Jail on several charges, including sodomy, rape, and contributing to money. Yeah, already got that, according to the New York Post. I still don't know where that sodomy charge comes in. Does sodomy apply even if he's the one banging her in the pooper, if it's illegal with an underage child? Strange. I guess that's got to be the case. The sheriff's office said Babber no longer works at Logos Christian Academy. I hope not. Her profile was still featured Monday, but has been taken down as of Tuesday. The story goes on to say, Andrea has always felt called to work with youth. Yeah, I'll bet she has. And I'd be willing to bet that this isn't the first or only affair that she's had with kids. Yeah, she's a pedophile. She's a kid lover. She's a kid lover indeed. She likes to either get banged in the pooper by little kids or to bang little kids in the pooper with her dick if she's a hermaphrodite or she, or her strap-on. Whatever the case might be, I'll bet she likes to work with youth. That clearly she feels called to work with youth. She loves youth, obviously. And is very excited that God opened the door. Yeah, God opened the back door, that is. Her back door, or his, depending on the facts of the story, for her to be part of the Logos team. Her biography said, according to the Post, she lives with her husband, dog, and cat just south of Eugene. Lives with her husband, does she? I'd like to see that revisited. I doubt she lives with her husband anymore. I bet he's living in a hotel, or she is, one or the other. If he isn't, or he hasn't kicked her ass out, he's the biggest pussy on earth. These stories really unsettle me. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of these in the news lately. I'm never, ever seeing stories about men doing this. Men are smart enough, first of all, men are not getting into these kind of underage relationships with students because they're not the sickos that women are, okay? This is some sick stuff. People are talking about how women are so noble and pure and they're better than men. Give me a break. This is an epidemic. I mean, the news media doesn't want to report on this stuff. They're reluctant. They're hesitant. Most news stations don't report on this stuff. And yet, you still see story after story after story in newspapers because they can't ignore them. Because too much of this stuff's coming out. If they ignore every story, it'll be very obvious they're biased, and people will call them out on it to the point where, well, they can't deny it anymore. So they do run some of these stories, but only because they have to, okay? Because they can't just run none of them. Otherwise, their left-wing feminist bias would be too clear. But they run as few as they possibly can, okay? If you do a search and look for these stories, you will find so many. It is an incredible epidemic lately, and it is really disturbing, very disturbing, and proves conclusively that women are no better than men. Are you kidding me? They're worse. So let me know what you think of this woman who likes to take it in the pooper in the comments section, or who likes to give it in the pooper to little boys in the form of strap-ons, or her what could possibly be a dick. She might have a cock. You don't know. There's some hermaphrodites out there that have vaginas and cocks and can bang themselves, possibly, if their cock is big enough. Very strange story. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments section of this video. And please like and subscribe and donate to my Patreon if you feel so inclined. As you know, that YouTube is going to demonetize this video for all the words, the nasty little words, and the mention of the word cock so many times. I am mgtowphilosopher, and I wish you a good day. Take care.